Welcome in, friend. Here, you are safe. This is my series where I help you unwind, relax, and maybe even fall asleep while playing our favorite games. Tonight, we're going to be completing everything that you can here in the Soul Cairn. It's deceptive, because see, when you come back here where you enter, you're already hitting the perimeter of this place, and because of that, it's like, oh, the land isn't going quite as far as the towers that you can see, right? A lot of the towers you can see, it's meant to give you the illusion that this place is never ending. It is ending, and we're going to do it tonight. We're going to end it tonight. Actually, interestingly enough, sometimes you can even see where that line is if you kind of squint. You know what I mean? Like, depending on where you are in this land sometimes, you can literally see this kind of faint glow in the distance. Sarana, you always have to be the center of attention. No, we're not talking about the beautiful glow of your eyes. We're talking about the glow of the perimeter of this place. So, I think the best course of action will simply to be remaining on this main road and just moving forward. And then we'll kind of hit things as we go, and then we're going to kind of dissect this area in bits and pieces to show you everything that I can. Obviously, this is one of the first places we can come. Hi there.
They're watching us. Always watching.
She's referring to the ideal masters, they're called. If you don't feel like you're being watched in the Soul Cairn, then you haven't looked up. Because when you look up, you realize the sky is basically just a big eyeball. I digress. Yeah, you definitely feel like you're being watched here. Now, I am such a G, and so I'm going to show you how to unlock. Wait a minute. This gate here, there's no lever that we can pull. If we go behind it, there's nothing that we can do. But if you guys know, then, if you know, you know. You basically have to charge up all your mana and give this thing actually, melee attacks don't work. I think it is just ranged attacks. But anyway, you have to power up your attack, give it a good ki blast. Ah! Yeah, you can disperse the green energy, and doing that will lower the defenses. So ready? Let's charge up. I have my spell called Sunfire, which does extra damage to undead. Or I think it actually just does damage to undead, but it does pretty good damage. But what I'm going to call this move is a different move because I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z. Ready? Final Flash! I love it. I love it. Lovely. Okay, so this place is literally just for a chest. So we pick up the gems, pick up a lunar moth, wing. I don't want the dagger, because I've already got Dawnbreaker, but yeah, before even reading Jim or Jib's opus, I'll talk about that in a sec. Basically, in the Soul Cairn here, there are, I think, 10 of these opus parts, right? There's 10 different parts to this book that this guy that we'll meet in a little bit is writing. And we need to put the pieces together. And it's interesting because... Oh, yeah, I think this Bone Man always spawns right here just to freak you out. So we'll get rid of him, because he's also he's guarding a second page of the Opus. So I think when I collect all of them, I'll read them for you. And we can understand... Because you know what? I don't think... Ooh, it's a pretty good value for that Warhammer. I don't think I've ever actually fully read it before. I've been saving it for this video because I want to know what his book is about. But anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to run into this guy who asks us a favor to collect those pages, and more will make sense at that point. But yeah, there's basically those two structures that you hit right on the road. And then coming here, you enter into the second, larger portion of the Soul Cairn. So basically this portion here, this little valley, this is sort of the small intestine of the Soul Cairn, and when you pass through this epic wall, gate, you enter into the sort of large intestine of the Soul Cairn. So we want to make sure that we clear out the small intestine. So we'll hit up those first, 2 places, and then you'll notice, right here, there's a soul up on this kind of, this like sort of lookout. And I think this is a 3rd page. Yeah, it is. Hey there.
No one ever escapes. There is no escape.
Yeah.
Why would you even try?
Well, I can escape, but I'm not going to tell any of the souls here that we're kind of here as honorary guests of the Soul Cairn. We're not actually dead, even though everyone else here is dead. We also need to remember, through this lookout, there's a chest on the other side, so when we eventually go through that door, we need to remember to pick up that chest. Now, one of the things that really helps when you're navigating this place is always keeping your back to the perimeter and kind of scouting, right? And kind of looking and seeing like, okay, all that glow, I can't go through that, so I'm not going to try. And just like he said, I'm not going to try to escape. So you can kind of just stick around at the perimeter and keep on checking out like, oh, that looks like a landmark. Have I discovered that spot yet? I don't think so, so maybe I'll go look. Now I'm hoping that we have picked up a grand soul gem. I don't know if I was paying close enough attention. Oh, they give you a greater soul gem or grand soul gem? Now I can't remember. But basically, we need soul gems to power up these things. I believe there's 3 or 4 of these lightning attractors here in the Soul Cairn. And you go, well, what does that even mean? Oh, I'm not even sure I noticed the chest. That's funny. I'm so focused on this sort of attractor. But yeah, I guess it uses, grand or greater soul gems, either one. And so because this is probably the first one people get to, they give you a greater soul gem just so that you can test this out. I don't want to do nothing. I do too much of that in my free time as it is. So let's do something. All right, let's do something. Place that there and see what happens. Ah! I summon thee from the depths. A black soul gem. So we literally burned the greater soul gem down into a black soul gem, which is, to the best of my knowledge, I believe the black soul gems give the longest duration of enchantment on your weapons and your armor. Is that correct? Aficionados out there, confirm if that is correct or not. I believe, the black soul gems are the most powerful soul gem that you can get in this game. So that's basically the use of the lightning attractors. To the best of my knowledge, and we are going to explore this little mini castle here too. But yeah, to the best of my knowledge, interesting. The way these castles are designed in the Soul Cairn, it reminds me of like Minecraft castles that you can find in that game, like before you've modded it. Like they have these very like basic like layouts. Hi there.
At least the pain is gone.
You have found a nice place to wallow. I appreciate your privacy. I will leave you alone now. But yeah, what was I going to say? I'm so sorry. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I'll come back to it at some point. We need to figure out how to get up to that shard. This glowing shard. Which probably is going to sap us of our energy. Oh no. This person has found an even greater spot to wallow.
The screams. They pierce my mind.
That's one of the things. If you're a tourist, you come here. That's another wonderful thing that you can do here. The tourists love it. You come here and you just simply wallow in despair. So, and you can do that anywhere you want. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. If you want to wallow up there beside him, you can do that. Have some company. You can kind of do like a co-op, like a duo wallow. If you just want a single wallow, you can maybe come over here like this person. They decided to do it by the great light beam, which is slowly killing us right now, but we're just going to ignore that. Just ignore the fact that we're dying actively every second that we're here. Okay, so this didn't give us what we were looking for. Get out of my way. This did not give us what we were looking for up in this castle. So this castle is mostly empty except for that, that chest. And if you look, you'll see that, oh, that's that perimeter that we were following. See, that's where we came in. So really, we haven't really missed much in this right side. Actually, I think we can go there. I think that's a structure right there. But yeah, like either using the perimeter of this place or getting up high. That's an easy way to just look out and go, oh, this place isn't nearly as intimidating as I thought it was. There's not quite as much here as I thought.
I'd heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's...
Well, now you have fulfilled one of your dreams, Sarana. Join the club. Yeah, so anyway. So we'll go to that. We basically scouted that little... It's not like a castle quite as big as this one. You know? But it's like a little... It looks like a little cute little bunker. What I have found in my time exploring the Soul Cairn, with the exception of maybe, picking up some of these soul husks, which is like, I don't know, it's like the equivalent of, the vegetation of the land, basically. I think you can even, if I'm not mistaken, you can even, like, eat soul husks, but anyway. Yeah, like, basically, like, all the areas in between these sort of more landmark-looking spots here, it's really, it's just like more of this. It's just like more ground to run on, basically. That's it. There are secrets here, and I'll show you them, but yeah, you don't typically find many secrets, just like out and about here. Oh, this is a teleporter. Interesting. Ah. The teleporters are sometimes even smaller. I'm gonna quick save just so I don't mess this up. I really don't want to have to do this again. When you've got real momentum going and you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it. And then you die and you're like, I haven't quick saved in 23 minutes. I'm just gonna get off. Like, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna get off. Another black soul gem. Yeah, this is a good location for black soul gems if you ever need something like that. If you're a big enchanter and you're playing Skyrim yourself and you're like, dude, I mean, there's probably a merchant, honestly, who you can buy them from or something like that. But if not, I can't say I ever got like fully, I got into blacksmithing one time, like super duper, like I was like a full-on maxed out blacksmith in one of my playthroughs. But I don't think I've ever maxed out or even really pursued enchanting too much in Skyrim. I think because you just find so many high-powered, gear that you already feel so strong. But I know there's probably a wealth of sort of enjoyment that I'm sleeping on, But anyway, so yeah. So we already hit the perimeter there. That was that bunker. That was the castle that we explored. Honestly, to the right of the entrance there, that's really, I mean, what I found in my personal travels, that's it for the right side. And as far as the left side goes, again, in the small intestine area, there isn't really anything until I show you what I'm about to show you. What is this? So you just harvest souls. That's not an actual, like, item, is it? Yeah. You're just like, oh, how many, I've got 3 souls, let me just pull them out. Oh, sorry, oh god. I've got a quarter inside of one of my souls. I gotta sort of separate it later. It's not quite like that. You collect souls. Do they mean, and they certainly don't mean like dragon souls to unlock shouts and things. Huh. I'm actually really curious what this means. I'll have to look that up later. But yeah, on this left side, see, it's really just more of this sort of graveyard architecture. It is actually really cool the way that they, you know, art designed this place, because it's literally just a big graveyard, but they made it, you know, so much more epic and kind of, it's like graveyard mixed with an afterlife, right? So the art direction here is really, really cool. I've always really liked, you know, the Soul Cairn. It's surprisingly calm too. Like the first couple of times you're here, you're like, oh, it's creepy, but in reality, it's like, look, the souls have so much autonomy here. They can just walk around wherever they like. You know, it's actually kind of cozy here. If you, I could do a week here, and then I would want to leave, you know. But yeah, so that's where we got our second page. But if you go on this far left side all the way up to the gate in this first section, you'll notice a kind of, what is this? Oh, it's a kind of entranceway. And you go into it and you go, well, I'm certainly enticed by this treasure trove. We can get some gold, some more gems, some magicka. But then it's like, wait. Oh, it spills out to a completely new area. Let's discover let's discover what's over here. Oh no. Besides an ambush. Oh wow. So, just in case you don't know, the Dawn Guard sword that we're using right now, a very popular item here in Skyrim, but every once in a while, when this weapon is fully enchanted, every once in a while you have a chance of the sword sort of letting out this blast wave that makes undead flee. Okay, there's the perimeter. So we'll stay in the perimeter here. But yeah, so I actually am glad that it ran out though, because in a place like the Soul Cairn, you get a very significant stamina and movement speed, well, just stamina I think, debuff. So you can't move here very well until you hitch a ride, which we'll do soon enough. But yeah, so basically I can't run very much at all, so I don't actually want the undead fleeing me very often, you know what I mean? So here's another one of those gems that's just taking our life force. But if you notice, there's a circlet and another page. So we've already gotten 4 pages of this particular opus. Let's try to figure out what this opus is all about. There's actually a few things that we need to figure out here. We'll take I'm already happy with my weapons, so I'm just going to take like the smaller miscellaneous stuff. Gems, potions. Oh yeah, I'll take some fat, why not? A ring, sure. See, these gems are significant though, because eventually we're going to find these gems, and they are going to have and that's this whole area, by the way. But these gems are going to sometimes have these chests near them that have these things called Reaper gem fragments. And we need to collect 3 of those, because that is going to lead us to a very secret boss. I'm sure if you are familiar with the Soul Cairn, you may have found this particular boss before. But it's so funny. I've been playing. Okay, so now that was before I continue. That was the area. Like this for all intents and purposes, the areas we just went, that's this whole first section. Now we're moving into the bigger area. And I think I'm going to start by kind of combing to the right here. We'll pick up that chest. But yeah, I'm just going to start. That's that big castle where we're going to have to talk to Valerica. I'll hang a right, and we'll start hitting up landmarks to our right. But first, let's talk to this soul.
I thought death
And we won't miss this chest up here. But yeah, it took me a long time. All the years that I've been playing Skyrim, it took me, honestly, up until now to fully explore the Soul Cairn. And I just think that's so crazy. Like, you know, the first time I came here, I just went, it's like Blackreach, you know, you sort of, it almost looks like there's no end to it, you know what I mean? And so even that first section, you know, for the longest time I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what's in there, and I don't really know what's out here either. But yeah, those are, back there, those are the major landmarks. We hit them. And that's just a sort of, like a I don't know, like an archway that you just sort of run through to get to the castle. Let's first talk to this man right here. Hello, Morven Stroud. I don't suppose you might have a quest for us. Instead of just saying hi, he goes, what's the matter with you? Like, there's so many ways to, like, you could say this. What's the matter with you? Like, what's the matter with you? Come on.
Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer? You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word.
Plopped.
I used to be one of the best.
He didn't just appear here, he plopped here.
People would track me down just to see what I had for sale. Very
Well, you got anything left?
And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
I'm actually curious, like, if he's just gloating or kind of, you know, what's the word where you kind of exaggerate, you know, yourself? Because he said he's like, was like one of the best known traders, you know, a really respectable trader. But then he's getting a supply from, you would think that his same supplier, unless he switched suppliers or something, but, you know, he's probably got the supplier he's been using for a long time, and then they give him a bad, you know, ingredient. Well, it sounded like quite a few bad ingredients. And it wasn't until a group of necromancers really noticed that they went, we're going to punish you. That's funny. So it sounds like they killed him and trapped him in a soul gem.
I'll tell you what.
Anyway.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground.
Oh, I know. So I've been picking them up for this very thing.
25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you have?
Ends I've gathered over the years.
Listen, I'll do it.
We used to gather before all this
If what you have to offer is really, really good, I mean, good as you say, I trust that it's good as you say.
You have the husks.
Sounds good. I don't think I've already collected 25, have I? I'll take a spell tome.
Sure.
Oh,
Here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
so you can go around collecting those soul husks, right? It's the vegetation. The irony, after talking big game, you know what I mean? Is that he, oh my gosh, there's an opus here. I'm so glad I, like, looked around for a second. I thought I might have missed that. I think that's maybe 5 in total. But, the irony is he talks a big game about what he offers, but then as you notice, you go around, you collect these soul husks, and then you go, you know, he's gonna give me a spell tome for, like, this, you know, some kind of earth Atronak, you know, frost Atronak, something really intense, you know. Then he goes, spell tome, oak flesh. I'm gonna give you the most entry level spell tome you could possibly get in the game. In fact, I think I already know it. Okay, you know what? I'm actually gonna drop it by his feet. Morven, are you looking at me? Ready? I'm gonna drop it.
Heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought
I don't want this. You can literally have it back.
About what I
You know what? If I could trap your current soul in another soul gem and take you to the like, soul depths, I would do that, Morven. You bad man. Anyway, so that's the irony. You can spend quite a lot of time collecting these soul husks, and then when you come back to him, you're like, give me something good. And you get absolute trash. Ready? Kamehameha! That's one. I think that's gonna open up that. And then, excuse me, that's not really much of a puzzle. You just have to point and shoot. The question is this a teleporter device? I don't think it is. It's out of service. Morven, your elevator's out of service. I mean, your teleporters are out of service. I don't know. Sometimes the weird thing about... Okay, yeah, this room was literally just for this treasure chest. The weird thing about, like, these, like, circular glowy things in the Soul Cairn is it's either just it's like a little... It's just a fun light, or it's a teleporter. It's never something else. It's like either just like a fun-looking light that has that if you filled it with water, it would make a great jacuzzi. Oh my god, it would make such a good jacuzzi. But if it's not that, it is a teleporter. But that's, yeah, and that's it. So again, we're gonna... That's a teleporter. Oh, cool. So it took us... Oh, great. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Aren't you so glad? That's what... Oh, there is a chest up here. Okay, I was like, aren't you so glad that we're making sure to look at all the areas that you can look at in this place? No, there's a reason. Perfect. You get a lesser soul gem. Perfect. And I think I have wrapped around this before. There's nothing, you know. I've done all kinds of like parkour around the Soul Cairn, and you don't end up finding anything different. So we're gonna continue on our way. By the way, I already picked up the Arvak quest. I think when I did my save here, the first time I came here in, I guess it would have been another sleep video we did, doing the Dawnguard DLC. Before I did my save, I already picked up that quest. So that's why you didn't see me interacting. Normally you do interact with a soul who says, oh, my poor horse. He's out here, and now that I've died, like, he doesn't have, like, an owner, you know, to, like, ride him around and make him happy. So he was like, please go retrieve his skull, and that'll make him really happy. So Arvak is basically... I'm still trying to do my tour guide duties. So yeah, if you're looking for an Uber, Arvak is basically your Uber here. Okay. And we won't go to that. We won't go to that one just yet. Let's go to this right side. Yeah, Arvak is Uber. Okay, and he's free, but he's kind of hard to get to. You gotta find his skull, you have to kill some people. But if you've got the money for it, we offer a more deluxe service. We call it Durnavir. And you can we'll give you control of a dragon, and you can fly your dragon around the Soul Cairn. But that's for our high-paying customers. Yeah, you can fly the dragon around and get around the Soul Cairn much faster. And check out the beautiful sights. Check out the gravestone-looking towers, okay? You know, I mean, gosh, dude, even Arizona doesn't have beautiful gravestone-looking towers like this. Even Arizona, I don't know, I would expect that kind of thing from New Mexico. But no, you only get this kind of thing in the Soul Cairn, okay? This is what's so special about this place. Now, this is the throne of a keeper. I should back up. I forgot that these keepers, I think there's 3 of them, and they... In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. the thing. Am I the only one who doesn't understand, like, the power scaling in Skyrim? I hope I'm not the only one, because I'm on Adept. I'm on, like, your default difficulty, right? Alright, so we killed the key. Oh, Black Soul Gem, okay. I mean, come on. Come on. I deserve that at the very least for nearly dying. But yeah, so we're gonna watch his throne for him. We're gonna watch the throne. I am the master now. Did I accidentally call him an ideal master? He's not an ideal master. He is a keeper. She's a keeper. He's a keeper. All right, you want to keep him? You want to keep him? Well, I mean, he's a keeper. He's doing well for himself. I mean, he has his own throne in the Soul Cairn. I don't know how much it costs to get that, but he's a keeper, fellas and ladies. I'm looking for something more, and I don't think there is any. Serana, did we miss anything? I think we just... That's what Valerica eventually is going to make us do, is kill these keepers, and I think there's 3 of them. So, yeah, we don't seem to get anything. We don't seem to actually be able to pick up any kind of reward except for, oh, the Black Soul Gem is pretty good. Okay, never mind. I guess that's your reward. But yeah, that's part of a quest, and so it's nice because we're not going to have to, like, come back and do that. Serana, you are getting ahead of yourself, gal. I am taking my sweet time here. What is... Oh. So, yeah, so... Oh. Okay, so believe it or not, we found a tome. Okay, we actually found a really cool tome. But here's the sort of front entrance to it. And if you've noticed, ever since I got into the large intestine, I've just been moving east. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to move in east, then I'm gonna kind of just hit up the perimeter and then kind of go central. But yeah, if we go this way, we go, oh, what's this beautiful little shrine? Oh my gosh, it's so easy to miss. It's the spell tome conjurer, the Wrathman. You know what we should do? So we'll learn it. So look, summons a Wrathman from the Soul Cairn for 60 seconds, wherever the caster's pointing. That's pretty good. Got a value, I don't know, the value's fine, a value of 75. Whatever that means, but it's got to be in conjuration. I'll probably favorite this, because honestly, that is pretty cool. Ready? I don't even have... Brother, do I really not have enough magicka? That's actually kind of... That's really disappointing because... I know for a fact I can conjure other stuff. Wow, dude, holy crap. Okay, well just pretend there's a Wrathman next to me. You know what they look like? I'm pretty sure we just got attacked by them. Because the Bone Men are like, they look a little bit more fragile, but the Wrathmen are different. This isn't a teleporter, is it? I don't think it is. Yeah, the Wrathmen are like more armored. They almost look like Draugr. You know what I mean? They're like, they kind of have like the Draugr thing going on. But yeah, we're just gonna keep heading east. There's actually, I think there's 3 spell tomes that you can get in the Soul Cairn, which is sick nasty. I don't know why I'm collecting more. I don't know why I'm collecting more of the, whatever those are called, the soul husks. Ooh, now what is this castle? It's called the Reaper's Lair. I think when we get something called some gem fragments, I think we ought to come back here. Now as you can see, I'm working my way around here. Because, see, this is the perimeter. It's been the perimeter all along. Oh wow, nice job, Serana. She's just kind of killing people very quickly without us. So let's see what this guy... This is not one of the opus. It is not. It's a note from some kind of adventurer. Maybe elven, given the equipment. Let's see what it says. They warned me not to go through that portal. What did I have to be scared of? I've been adventuring for years and I never seen nothing that I couldn't wall up. But gosh, this place ain't nothing living here. Just dead things up and about when they should be in the ground. I can hear their bones scratching the rocks, knocking together when they walk. Ooh, that's a really cool imagery. Literally their bones knocking together as they walk. Ooh. If I get home, I'll hang up my sword and never go out again. So it's... Can't turn the pages.
Big home in this place.
Oh, wow. And he
Let's
just...
find my
Oh,
mother and get
okay. Oh my god. He's beginning to walk. Just by taking his note, he was like, oh, hold on a second. I still got some fight in me. And he lifted his leg and he put it over himself to try and move. We like that. We like the motivation. I would summon a Wrathman just to make you feel better. But I don't have enough magicka, so I'll give you a key blast, like a Kai blast. Alright. Just for good luck. So yeah, so we're hitting this perimeter. Now we're gonna slowly go east to north. Now that it's slowly kind of bending upwards. Ah, bending upwards. Yes, yes, yes. And see, we've already found this. But yeah, it's interesting. That guy might be one of the only, if not the only other person besides us to come to the Soul Cairn not completely dead, and not dead at all. How he got through that portal? It's an interesting question. He might have been like a situationship with Valerica, let's be honest. Because, like, she was having marital issues for a while. Dude, we found another attractor. Dude, Valerica was the attractor. And that elvish man, he might have been like, I love this Valerica. And she was like, listen, I love you and all, but don't get in the way of my portal making. And so she opened up a portal to come to the Soul Cairn, and he was like, please, can I come in? She was like, all right, bro. And then she left him. She left him. Right? That sucks. I don't know, whatever. Something like that, okay. Something like that. I'm hoping we've picked up... Okay, cool. I always gotta zoom out for this because it looks pretty cool. Oh, God. Dude, we're about to get turned into a black soul gem. Good lord. That thing nearly zapped my freaking body off. So that's another black soul gem. Every time you do it, though, you get attacked. Okay, so yeah, so just pretend this is our guy. But he's gone rogue. Alright, so that's what the Wrathmen look like. I guess they're like Draugr, but instead of like the flesh, they're kind of made up of this ethereal body. But they have like, they actually don't have the same armor. Oh, that's cool. Their armor's a bit more ceremonial. So I see the similarities, but they're actually, yeah, they're not the same. Did we level up? Oh, cool. Okay, so we're gonna give ourselves stamina first and foremost. I know I have a bunch of like perks, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Perks. What was I saying? Something else. See, the thing is, here's the issue. I thought I would go kind of method for this video, so I'm recording this really late. So if you don't fall asleep, I might. Okay, we already explored that. Oh no, I'm trying to make you fall asleep, and I might fall asleep. I don't know. I think I'll be okay. But don't mind me. My brain is going to be fried for probably a while. Okay, so this is just like a tower. We can't get inside that. The good news is we're about to Uber up. All right? And you know exactly what I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. If there's anything that you have done in the Soul Cairn, all right, so we need to like head there next. If there's anything that you have done in the Soul Cairn, it's coming to this. You know what this is. You know what this is darn well, my friends. Oh, hey, guys. Oh, hey, just praying? Oh, that's cool. What are you praying over? Oh, a skull? Oh, how come you turned evil? That was weird. You guys looked so friendly just a minute ago. Oh, my. I hope my energy didn't bring you down or anything. You know? I would love to get to know you guys better so that you don't feel the need to try and kill me. Actually, guys, listen, I've been reading a book recently by David Brooks, and it's called How to Know a Person. Let me use my new skills on you to get to know you. You can't search the Mistmen before they go away. Alright. I have actually been reading that book. Return to Arvak's skull. Oh, we got our skull. Oh, shoot. And thankfully, the soul who wanted us to get the skull, he's right here. Hey, you're that guy that I talked to.
Arvak!
Off camera.
Saved him. His soul is free. I
Yeah.
can feel it. He's such a loyal beast.
Dude, he's the best.
I'll teach you how to call him to you.
Okay, thank you.
He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier.
Yeah.
Goodbye, hero. Take good care of
Oh,
Arvak
this is,
for me.
you know what, whoa, you know what's
Such a good
sad?
horse.
This is kind of like a metaphor for when you, like, some people who get pets are just like, they love their pet, but they're like, I cannot give this pet the life that I thought I could. You know what I mean? So sometimes people will rehome animals, and they end up having, like, sometimes having even better lives. You know what I mean? Because then, like, some, like, retired couple who lives in some bougie area by the beach is like, I'll take the animal, and then, like, before you know it, this, like, you know, this dog is out there living the good life, going to the beach every single day, not having to live in an apartment or something. You know, you never know. Not that that's necessarily bad either, but you know what I mean? So we're that person. We're that retired couple, and we're gonna give up Arvak the life that he always deserved. Arvak, just a couple more hours here in the Soul Cairn, and then I am taking you directly to, we're somewhere nice in Skyrim. How about we take him to, not like, High Hrothgar is like cool, but I'm talking somewhere like sunny and beautiful. Dude, honestly, what is it about the valley in front of, I guess it would be like south of, like, directly in front of Whiterun? How come that valley, dude, that valley hits so freaking hard.
Who's there?
Genuinely. Alright, there is a teleporter there. I think, what? I think we can take the teleporter all the way up, but I think I'm gonna take the stair. Guy, where did you come from? Who are you people? I didn't tell you about my book, did I? I'll tell you guys about my book, but first, I gotta go, like, one thing at a time here. Yeah, the valley in front of Whiterun, dude. Like, it's like any time of day, you're out there and you're just like, wow, Skyrim is gorgeous. So anyway, we're just gonna run along the pastures with Arvak out in front of Whiterun. Dude is gonna live a good life. You can bet your bottom. Dude, you're like Wrathman, more like freaking Fall Man. Falling Man. Fall Guy. Like Clumsy Boy. You know what I mean? More like Clumsy Boy. So, okay, so, I mean, yeah, I don't know. If you don't want to take the stairs, you can take the elevator. I keep calling it an elevator, teleporter. I'm just going to call it elevator from now on, screw it. And going down is easier than going up, so that's fine. But, like, why did they install this? I don't know. The architects of the Soul Cairn definitely, they're like a little bit confusing. What we could have done when we first started this place. What? Oh, I was like, is that another attractor? No way. But no, it's not. It's actually ooh, this is 2, I think this is 2 out of 3. Oh my god, an opus. Good lord. That's what I'm talking about. We're actually going to talk to Jim soon, Jim boy. So we got another tome. You see that? Conjure Mist Man. Please tell me we can gas this one. Please tell me we can gas this one. Summons a mist man from the Soul Cairn for 60 seconds wherever the caster is pointing. Am I recording? I am recording. That's blessed day. Blessed day. Okay, conjure mist man. Let's see if we can do this one. Conjuration. I'm not even gonna favorite it yet. No, maybe I should. I'll favorite it. Okay, ready? Let me show you the mist man. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Alright guys, this is actually sad because anyway, pretend those guys are next to us. This is sad to me because I have like a half conjuration build. I'm kind of like shocked I don't have enough magicka. Because yeah, dude, I was kind of trying to do like, I don't know, like the Witcher kind of thing. You know what I mean? You've got like a sword in one hand and like spells in the other. Oh, we can conjure a mist man. What's up, my boy? What's up, my boy? Hey, my boy. Hey, dude, you're floating from your pelvis. Let's go. New tech, new tech. I like it. How's the hot tub? Oh, it's a fire. I don't know, it doesn't matter. It can be whatever it wants to be. We're in the Soul Cairn. We're all dead. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, so you can get that there. That's more just perimeter. It's more perimeter, and then we can go, oh, wow. What's this over here? This is, well, actually, this is like a beautiful little mound. Why is this such an erect mound? I don't know. If you come this into the far corner of the Soul Cairn, you will be able to see this particularly erect mound. So aren't you glad that you stayed this far in the video? Aren't you glad that you haven't fallen asleep yet? God, that's an erect mound. Oh my golly, I've never seen such an erect mound before. Actually, there's a mini game that we can play up here. Did you know that? Some people don't know this. You can play a mini game in the Soul Cairn, and it's called Shoot Sunfire Through the Gravestones. Yeah, see? So that one went in. That one went in too. Okay, so that one wasn't too hard. But ready? Ready? Let's see this might be harder. No, that wasn't hard. And this one probably won't be too hard either. Okay, but hear me out, hear me out. Oh, this one's gonna be tough. Cause see, if I, oh wait, that went through. No, see, that one didn't go through. But I think that one went, oh, that one went through. Yeah, so you can just do that. See, and then you can just kind of, oh, yo, maybe this way. Oh, that was perfect. Hole in one. That was fun. See, you can do that. Very nice. That's a mini game that you can play here. Okay, let's take this teleporter up. There was like a floating mound. Not an erect mound, but a floating mound above where we just were. And okay. In the arms of the you didn't see a darn thing. Let's be honest, you're asleep right now and you didn't see me just cheat. Okay, you didn't see a darn thing. I haven't died yet, let's put it that way. So I ain't trying to change that, okay? Oh, hey guys. So listen, you've been powering up this like floating island, and it's, I don't know, it's just like depressing everyone in this land. Like, there's a good reason Valerica needs these keepers dead, so anyway, could you stop? Would you, yeah, could you, I don't know, just like jump maybe? Or just like, I don't know, just like leave? Can you just like leave? God, you're annoying. I don't know, these people are very just like uncooperative, which is frustrating. Should we, you know what we should do? Why am I being a goofball? Let's conjure this mist man in about 2 seconds. I know we have enough magicka for it. We'll just send the mist man to go get the keeper. Sick him, boy. At the very least, he can take some damage while we like hit some heavy attacks on this keeper. Oh my god. Oh, the keepers with the bows are like easier because it's their attacks are, well, they feel slower. I don't know if they actually are slower than the Warhammer attack. But yeah, anyway. But the bow, like way easier to avoid. Way easier to avoid. All right. So that's 2 out of 3 keepers dead. And I think we just saved those souls, kind of, or we just gave them something better to do. I mean, they left. Yeah, they left. This is our teleporter down. Guys, we're doing it. Oh my gosh, guys, we're doing it. Wow. Okay, so we've hit the perimeter there. So yeah, so we've crawled. We've actually done a lot of landmarks on this like right side of the large intestine of the Soul Cairn. I think I forgot about this though. This is also like this is another like, oh my gosh, this is also like a little mini castle bunker thingy. Oh, you just, he literally, he hit me through the stone. That is pretty skill, man. That's some skill, man. Let's go up here. So this is interesting. This is one of those sucky, gems. This is the Book of Life and Service. I think this whole book is basically just like propaganda, or like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, it's an oath that people have to take because they have to stay here forever. This is the only printed book in all of Soul Cairn. And very quickly, it's the Book of Life and Service. The ranks of the blessed. Blessed are the bone men, for they serve without self in spirit forever. Blessed are the mist men, for they blend in the glory of the transcendent spirit. Blessed are the wrath men, for they render their rage unto the ages. This is very culty. I'm picking up. It's giving cult. Blessed are the masters, for they bridge the past and span the future. Was this written by Keith Raniere? If anyone knows that reference, good on you. He's like the leader of like a cult, like a pretty modern day cult called Nixium. I think he's in prison now, but anyway, I'm watching this documentary with my sister and it's fascinating. About Nixium, and anyway, Keith is like a cultist, whatever. The Litany of Service, the Bone Men's Oath, we die. Okay, this is the Bone Man's Oath. We die. Okay. Okay, this cult is not very mysterious. They make it pretty clear what you're supposed to do in this cult. First and foremost, you should die. Okay, that's, total, they want total control. We pray, obviously. There needs to be something that we do. To live, we serve. To live. We live to serve. Same thing. The Master's voice, you swore to serve your Lord. Okay. Whatever. It's all kind of cryptic, and I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just gonna leave that right where that is. Okay. I'm just gonna donate that to the ground. Okay, I've got a book, and I'm not gonna donate it to a Goodwill. I'm donating it to the trash bin, the nearest trash bin. Okay. But this is importantly what we're looking for. These Reaper gem fragments. Ah, Reaper rings a bell. Reaper's lair. Maybe we should bring these gem fragments, as many as we can find, to the Reaper's lair. Interesting. Do you ever let up? Sir, you're not even taking any more of my life essence. Like, do you ever give up? You've done it. You've taken my essence. Good lordy. Okay, so we'll do some healing, and now we're gonna work our way. Actually, like we've been wrapping our way around the perimeter for so long, we've actually forgotten to use Arvac. No, we've taken ourselves all the way to the castle, the like main castle, where Valerica has been chilling all this time. See? That's the perimeter, dude. So we're now we're on the castle. Yes. But we're gonna go up these stairs for sure and just check out what's going on here. Now in the soul, every town, every city has a spot, a chill spot where like the high schoolers go to smoke weed.
I must be.
This is that spot. Right, it's like very chill. It's in like the corner of the map. Everybody's chilling. There's like a little bit less despair here, right? Like she's vibing. So
This accursed place is nothing but a prison.
no, but like she's chilling. She's chilling. She's just saying that because she's high. She's chilling. She's chilling. No, she's chilling. See, like they're super vibey out here, smoking some weed, having a good time. So yeah, this is like the stoners like lookout, more or less. But if we go up here, we find none other than another opus. And a bone man crawling up my butt. What are you doing down there? Oh my golly. Careful where you're coming up there, my man. Careful where you're coming up there, dude. Alright? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a good thing I stepped out of the way as quick as I could. Okay, so we have... Dude, we've already got 6 or 7 of these opus pages. That's pretty cool. So let's get back on Arvak now, and we can incorporate a little bit more speed into our journey here. So let's just make sure, yeah, so this area wraps around the castle, right? But we don't need to do that just yet. We're gonna go make sure we're not missing anything. Because over here was Arvak, I believe. That was his altar. We already climbed, yeah, that was that funny tower with the funny teleporter. That was the keeper. That was like a little fragment area. Yeah, see? And you can kind of see that glow in the background. So we're not missing any landmarks, believe it or not. What I am going to do is head a little bit more central now. So we can kind of divide this large intestine area into like 2 halves. Because this area I have not explored yet. But if I'm not mistaken, whoa, dude, this guy's got the husks. I don't know. I don't think this is Jim Boy. Let's see who this guy is. He's just a farmer. He's just a soul farmer. Oh, hello there. Look, I mean, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he's... I don't know, yeah, whatever. He's a very conscientious fellow. Because he's farming and working even in death. That's probably going to be my dad. my dad is a conscientious fellow, and if there is an afterlife, he'll probably be working in the afterlife too. Oh, Dad, how I love you. The man needs a break. Actually, that's funny. I'm recording on Father's Day, and I called him twice today to wish him a happy Father's Day. Anyway, let's explore this castle. We saw this little fort when we came in, believe it or not. I think that directly ahead of us is one of those archways that we could have run through. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, even if it doesn't look it, that is true. Yeah. Even if it's kind of, and I'll prove it to you, because I think that might be the Reaper's Lair or something like that. I think we gotta go talk to that guy right there. I think that might be Jim Boy. We'll do that in a second. But yeah. So this place, it really, like, it's great. It's really deceiving. It's not as big as you think. Good job, Serana. What's nice is when doing sleep, content, I'm not too worried if I get into combat or something, but it is nice to have like a follower who kind of does more of the combat for me, so we can just kind of keep things like chill, you know what I mean? Alright. I'm too lazy to switch off of Arvak, because I know we're going to need him, so I'll just fight with my sword and nothing but my sword. But yeah, the issue is, just in case you don't already know, when you come to the Soul Cairn, why Arvak is so important is because when you check your active effects here in the Soul Cairn, you see you actually get hit with 2 pretty noticeable debuffs, one of them being Rattles. Stamina recovers half as fast. A 50% reduction in stamina recovery. That's noticeable. And then you go to weakened soul. Skews, which is crazy because it's health, magicka, and stamina again recover slowly while in Soul Cairn and are reduced by 45 points. So your stamina, you know, just takes a massive hit when you're in the Soul Cairn, which makes sense. I mean, you're dead. If our character, I'm gonna go back there in a second and check out that gem, but if our character was truly like dead, we would probably just have no stamina at all. That's actually like a funny way to justify the souls here, like literally not moving. Like you don't see them move. They're always like just kind of standing still or just like, you know, like slumped over in a corner. They have no stamina. They're dead. They have no stamina. They're literally just like wallowing. We have about half as stamina, actually less than half stamina than what we're used to, but that's because we're alive and we're dead at the same time, right? Like our character came here only through Serana's spell. There isn't stairs over to this side, but it looks like I accidentally missed. Yeah, I missed a teleporter when I came in this room. And this is the only way to get up onto the roof. Cool. Also, like, debatably, I can fall through that. I don't know. It looked like I was slipping a little bit there through. But, let's try this chest. Hopefully we can get another frag. Okay, so that'll be good for one of the attractors. Pearls, healing is great. And there you go. 2 out of 3 of the gem fragments. I'm all good on that staff. So there we go, okay. I'm really tempted to make that jump, but I think I might die, so maybe not. Gonna heal up. It's fascinating though, yeah, it's funny because okay, so I think that's the way down. Sometimes, yeah, like they don't give you teleporters to get back down. Although, ooh, that's actually like a fine way. This is like an easy way to get down. Yeah, in the Soul Cairn you're kind of expected to do some parkouring, which I think is amusing. It might have been better to fall. I think this is fine, but it might have technically been better to fall that way, onto the ridges of the pillar. But anyway, oh, you know what? Let me quickly, before I continue, let me just go back up so that I can kind of show you guys what's going on here. So if I'm looking north toward the castle, which is sort of it's almost like the epicenter of this whole place, we already explored, like we basically, so we came in, yeah, okay, so we generally came in from like there, I don't know, somewhere around there, into this like bigger area of the Soul Cairn, and oh yeah, that's where we came in. Okay, so we probably came in like there, and we wrapped all the way around that. Okay, so we believe it or not, and then you look this way and you go, okay, we already talked to the farmer. You know what I mean? We've already done all the stuff over there. We haven't like explicitly looked through these fields, but yeah, like I can promise, like it's just more of the land in like these fields over here. So I think the only thing we've missed that we've left to see on this right side would be, yeah, because that's probably the Reaper's Lair. Anyway, oh no, maybe it's just a little bunker that we already went through. But yeah, the last thing that we need to do on this side, that was where the keeper was, is talk to this fellow. And his name is explicitly Jim Boy.
Fearlessly charge the enemy. No, much too dramatic.
He's thinking of cool sentences.
What do you want?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Where? Okay. Pause. What the hell are you talking about? You are definitely not getting interrupted out here. But I apologize. Sorry, Jim Boy. What do you mean?
What do I mean?
About this opus?
If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I have to ask from the
I
beginning.
suppose a moment or two of my time couldn't hurt.
Well, he's a writer, which means he might be a
I'm
talker.
Jib. Some call me Saint Jib. Others call me Jib the Eradicator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have a feeling that title, he can't like back that up. It might be like a fantasy title.
I can't
I've never
say
heard of
that
you.
I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know of my achievements.
Yeah, sometimes the sequels do better. So you're talking about a book.
I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book.
Whoa.
Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Jim the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dun.
Oh, dude, I just listened to the audiobook for it. I loved it. Can I narrate your audiobook? Please? Yeah, I mean, well, how's it going so far? I actually like his title. I think it's good.
I was in the
It's very
midst of
SEO
writing the
friendly.
second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair.
So you died?
Damn
Oh.
Remora and his minions. They didn't even give me a chance to explain who
We
I
just went
was.
slaughtering like writers and just probably just like village people.
Well, I assume so.
Oh, yeah.
He cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal.
Mmm.
Next thing I knew, I arrived here.
Soul Trap.
My what? Wait.
Dude, I think you can only come to the Soul Cairn if your soul gets trapped in a black soul gem. But not if your soul gets trapped in a greater or grand or petty or, you know what I mean, soul gem. I might be wrong. I might have to confirm that, but yeah, I think you only get sent here if it's like your soul has been involved in black magic.
No. All these wasted months. Has it been years?
Or else there would probably be a lot more
I don't
souls
even
here.
Remember how much time has passed.
Yeah. I mean, this place would be packed.
The work will never see the light of day. My name will be forgotten. Perhaps.
Well, I have an idea.
Do you have a way out of here?
I actually do.
Maybe
But
I can't
it's just
see
for me.
what my writings can. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. Otherwise, I need to do all of this from memory. When I was tossed in here, I felt myself falling, and I dropped the pages I had been holding. There were 10 of them in all. Find the
I got you, dude.
book, please. I
Yeah,
beg you.
we've already gotten like what, 6 of them, something like that. 7 of them. Wow. Okay. Why did the Dremora attack you? Do you think?
It's a ridiculous question.
Okay, my bad.
Everyone traveling through here has said that the Oblivion Gates have been opening all over Tamriel. Has it been? Well, it started with the
Yeah, this goes back to the Oblivion
throne
game.
of the Empire. All I
So he's
heard
with this guy. He's been here for a while.
the Empire.
Okay.
This meant that we were found. Well, I don't know. I can only assume the gates have been closed.
Tell me about Jim Boy,
Say Jib the Eradicator, Jib the Magnificent.
the Winged
I'm
Menace.
Yes, I'm speaking of the Cliff Racer, of course. They used to crisscross the skies over Morrowind like
I guess they're kind of like
nasty flying creatures with a habit of sneaking up on the unwary.
I think they're like almost cat-like creatures, but with wings, almost like a chimera or a chimera, however you say it. I don't know, something like that.
After I was freed from prison, it
Okay.
became quickly apparent that the best
Okay,
way
so
I could
that's
get
Jim Boy.
would be by
I think actually, you know what's funny? This is of all the opus, you know what I mean? Volumes. This is one of the easier ones to miss because it's so close to him, and you immediately think I need to go far out to go and get these pages. I believe there is, yeah, I believe there's literally one right here. At this kind of, yeah, one of these fire pits. Right? And we hugged that perimeter, but we didn't move a little bit forward this way. So see, so here's another page. So it looks like we've only got 2 more to get. That's good. A grand soul gem means we definitely can use the attractor. Yeah, good. Okay. And with that, so that's a fun little fire pit. You get a shield, you know, potion, sword, you know, some fun items. With that, I believe I have shown you all of the areas on this right side. Because see, if we come here, this was just an archway. Although there is a bone man here, so maybe we should just very briefly investigate. No, this is that. Yeah, see, that's the attractor. We already completed that one. Basically, like, if we stay on this right side, everywhere that we can go. Oh, sorry, Arvak. Sorry. Everywhere that we can go on this right side, we've already been. You know what I mean? Because that. The only thing is, I mean, oh, dude, this place is. Even if you've done this place a number of times, it's a very disorienting place. But yeah, like we went through, okay, that's the Reaper's lair. Yeah. Yeah, it just definitely helps to look at the castle at all times. You know, that was just a little bunker. Yeah. Okay, so now we can start moving to the left side. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, that's where we got the second gem fragment. This is, I think, like an archway that you can ride through. Well, I mean, same thing. Yeah, good stuff, see? Castle's that way, we're gonna work our way this way. Yeah. Okay. I'm just confirming to myself that, because I think actually this right area is actually bigger than the left area over there, even if it doesn't feel like it. And then this must be the main entrance where we came from. Actually, what is this? Let's take stock here for a second and see where we are. So I know that we had been through that. This is another lightning attractor. We have not done this one yet. But the opening to this place is there. Ah, okay, so we definitely hit that up. We hit that bunker up because we teleported to the top. Okay, I'm just getting my bearings here because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So if we had just stayed straight on that road that we were coming on, we would have come to our third lightning attractor. So let's get our third soul gem here. This one's a little bit more out in the open, which makes it a little bit more epic. You like my Dawn Guard armor? I came prepared for this episode. I came fully prepared. So we'll grab our black soul gem. So now we've collected at least what, 5 black soul gems? Yeah, it's not too bad. If you've been looking for them, you know, these black soul gems here, this is a good location for them. The issue is, when you come to the Soul Cairn, yeah, you can get like a handful of black soul gems pretty easily, which is nice and all. The only thing is, these lightning attractors, they actually can't be used again. When you use them the once, to the best of my knowledge, even if you come back to the Soul Cairn on like a different day, or if you've waited like a week, you know, you've done other quests, you've done other stuff, and then you come back here, you know, you can't use the lightning attractors again, even if you have more greater or grand soul gems. So it's just something to keep in mind. You know, this is definitely not, yeah, Morven Stroud is over there. This is definitely not like a infinite glitch, you know what I mean, to get yourself black soul gems. So now we're moving into what I call the left, you know, section of this bigger area of the soul gem. So we're gonna complete all the landmarks in here, and then we're gonna move our way to the castle. Yeah, that's how that works. Let's see. But and these landmarks over here, I've noticed, they're... What the hell? They're even bigger than the other landmarks that we've already explored. What is this about? That's goofy. Dude, that's goofy. And I think I did see one of those green orbs that we can blow up. Yeah, I have been watching... I don't know why, the magic just reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z because I was on YouTube and I found this really, really great remix artist. I guess he goes by, this is one word, but it's Lesbiepic. So he's trying to say like let's be epic, but he spells it like L-E-Z-B-E-E-P-I-C, Lesbiepic. And he does these Dragon Ball Z dubstep remixes. Oh my lord, they get me so pumped up. They get me so pumped up. I've been working out again, you know, getting back in the gym, lifting weights, and I have these things on nonstop. They are so freaking good, and just from this guy's music alone, it's made me want to watch the show. So I've been doing that. So as you can see, you can't get through the front door, but what you can do is use a ranged attack. You know what's funny? I think a crossbow works too, if I'm not mistaken. Ready? Yeah, the crossbow actually works to dissolve that magic. Yeah, you don't even have to be particularly accurate. Let's make sure that we still have our Dawnbreaker and stuff on though. Okay. So that's you know, it's not exactly a puzzle. I mean, it's very, very simple to get through this front door. You know what's funny too? I'm pretty sure you can game this and just jump up that anyway, but whatever. The funny thing is when you come in here, okay, there's a bone man who's been attacking you, but the funny thing is there's not even like a chest in here. Like there really isn't a point to coming in here. It's just a completely empty room with one bone man who wants to attack you. Yeah. I'll actually do a quick cursory glance to see if there was a teleporter, but anyway. But yeah, yeah, it's funny, dude. Oh my god. So I never watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid. So it's actually been really amusing watching it as an adult because, you know, it's cute. I like it. I mean, you know, it's a kid's thing, or it's a teenager thing, you know. So there are some parts where I'm kind of like, I get the point, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like, you know, I might like go on my phone, or I might kind of like just have it on the background. I'm not paying as much attention as I probably should, but I don't know, sometimes I'm like, I get the gist. But it doesn't detract from my entertainment or my enjoyment of it. Wow, there's like a lot of landmarks here. We're just gonna kind of go forward and just pick up what we can. Because I'm looking at that perimeter, and there seems to be that bunker and then this bunker. So let's hit this one first. But yeah, dude, oh my god, I love it. It's just been fun to watch how like Vegeta and Goku interact. I really like them as characters. I'm fascinated by a lot of the characters, but it's that I think I heard someone say, and I really agree with this, it's like when you're a kid, you relate with Goku, because he's just this, he's very much like a kid himself. I mean, he's very quirky and kind of derpy, you know what I mean? He's always in a good mood, you know, like he's hard to upset, you know, even though he's extraordinarily strong. But he's just derpy, and we love that about him. Let's disperse. You know what? Before I talk more about that, I'm actually quickly gonna... So, I guess it's probably gonna bring that down. I just wanna quickly track, like... So that'll take half of the bars down? Okay. This is fascinating to me because, like, there's still half of the bars up. If you look at this. Oh, there are bars here too. Oh, so there is a point to coming in here. It's to get the treasure chest. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. I was like, I don't know if I can get up to that thing. Hey, oh my god. Dude did not want to be disturbed. I apologize. He's like, man, I just locked myself in here for some privacy. Damn. Now you're in here. He literally just self-imploded. Alright, bye. I see how it is. But yeah, it's like when you're a kid, you relate to Goku. Because he's very kid-like. He's also just like the main protagonist. He's like the main fighter. Who's the strongest, you know what I mean? Like, it's very attractive to a kid who's just like, I want to be as, like, I want to be like the one. I want to be special, you know what I mean? I don't think I can jump up here. But the older I get, the more I relate very much to Vegeta. Vegeta is like and I mean like easily my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. Like, it's not even like a debate. I love this transformation. He's such an interesting character. I love seeing this transformation of this very prideful. Let me talk about that in a second. What is this? Brother. What's going on here? Is this like some kind of metaphor? Like in the afterlife, he's like watching himself just like die for money. God, that's the position that all of us are in. Sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it?
Only those who have suffered long can find the light.
Only for someone else to end up with that money, you know? I don't know, whatever the metaphor there is supposed to be. Whatever the metaphor there is supposed to be about. Let's go... What is that? I guess let's go here. I think I'm gonna work my way back that way, though. Eventually. Oh, cool. So I think we need to go down this sort of tunnel to get into that fortress. So we'll go this way. Ooh, this place is like better guarded than the other ones. Because you have to run in a straight line almost to get through this underground tunnel. They got the place on lockdown. Anyway, yeah, I love seeing Vegeta be, well, it's relatable, right? It's relatable. It's like life humbles you. Life humbles you. You can be as egotistical as you want, prideful as you want, proud of yourself as you want. And, pride is not, necessarily a bad thing, but it can go unchecked, which can lead to ego, which can very much be a bad thing. Let's see, this is another one of those things. Do we get another? No, Daedra Heart, Soul Gem. Okay, so no more gem fragments. I think we only need one more, if I'm not mistaken. I think we only need one more gem fragment. Anyway, yeah, but it's like seeing this, he's the prince of all Saiyans. Really be humbled by Goku, and also just by life. Like Vegeta gets humbled by quite a few combatants throughout the story, if I'm not mistaken. He's not always as strong as as what he says he is, or how he says he is. Do you know what I mean? Before going that way closer to the castle, let's just backtrack a little bit, make sure we're not missing anything this way. But yeah, it's so great to see that transformation. And he becomes less selfish. He becomes more selfless over the journey of the show, to the point where he's willing. I'm not saying he does or doesn't. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but I know that he's willing to sacrifice himself for his friends and family if he must. It's a great transformation to see. Ooh. See, this little open grave, we've already been there, this little open graveyard, I think this is going to lead us to our third and final spell tome that you can get in the Soul Cairn. That is correct, you can get 3 full spell tomes in the Soul Cairn, all of them basically giving you control of the sort of more the fodder enemies of the Soul Cairn. Really cool, and I like them too. I think Mistman is honestly probably my favorite, just because he like floats around. I think we do get ambushed though. And okay. I thought maybe it wouldn't happen until we took the tome and we had, you know, disturbed the altar. But no, they just wanted us to get closer. Yeah, love it, dude. Also, Vegeta, like, I love Vegeta's voice actor. He does a really good job with Vegeta. I like the sort of gruff, low voice, you know. It's very, there's something very satisfying about listening to this man scream. You know what I mean? And anytime he does, like, Gallic Gun, or like, Farno Flash, oh my god, it's such a, like, oh, it just gets you, dude, it gets you pumped up. So that, if you saw that, that was the last spell tome here. That was Bone Man. Summon a Bone Man. Oh, he's an archer. Oh, right, the Bone Men. I think they're all archers, right? Do some of them have swords? I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. This one is an archer. So we'll do this thing again. We'll go back to Conjure Bone Man. We'll favorite that because it is pretty cool. These are, I mean, come on. These are great spells. Oh, wrong click. I'll do that. Conjure Bone Man. Ready? Oh, okay. So it was only Wrath Man that we couldn't Ooh, hey buddy. Dude, your face looks hilarious. His eye just was like, oh my god, he's like a blue-eyed person. When they stare at you, just like, damn, he's got that blue-eyed stare. His is particularly intense though. And don't feel bad if you have blue eyes, by the way. It's a beautiful, beautiful look. His blue eyes, I think it's fair to say, it's a little bit on the creepier side, but then again, he doesn't have any flesh. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Sir, beautiful eyes you got there. Beautiful, beautiful blue eyes you got there. I did see a floating gem this way. Okay, so this is a bigger zone. We were already there. This is an archway, and this is definitely a bigger sort of fortress. That's the perimeter. So we'll probably end up working we'll end up working our way to the gem fragment. Yes, indeed. Let's do a quick save. Holy moly. Well, let's see how this Bone Man does. Because I don't know if you caught that. There's a keeper, and he's like resting over there. But our Bone Man is doing work. Okay, yeah. So you pull the keeper when you go past this spot basically. I don't like this. What should I do? What should I do here? What should I do? Sneak him in the butt. Sneak a butt attack. As many as we can. Oh wow, this keeper's beefy. What the hell? Oh, dude. Okay, that keeper's particularly beefy. I'm gonna have to game this just a little bit. We'll summon another Bone Man. We're gonna have to fight him like we fight things in Minecraft. Okay, you really gotta game it here. Damn, he's a hard hitter. Yeah, for the build. Okay. Alright, this fight is going a little bit better. I forgot that, see, because my magicka is reduced... Okay, this fight is going better. Because my magicka is reduced, I couldn't summon my Frost Atronak, which is what I usually do for big fights like this. Because, like, a Frost Atronak would be a good option. Oh, dude. Stop that right now. That's insane. Oh my god, he hit so hard. Why was that? That keeper's, like, so much harder than the other ones. I mean, he's further into the Soul Cairn, so maybe they planned it that way, but wow, he's like noticeably harder. It might simply be the weapon that he's using. What's going on over here? This guy was super late to the party. Well, it's okay, because his employer's dead anyway, his boss, so doesn't matter anyway. His boss was probably that keeper. Yeah, this place is big, whoa. Yeah, I was gonna say like Battle of the Giants and like summon like a Frost Atronak. But anyway. I don't have enough magicka. And who knows, like I might have a potion, you know, that would help me do that, but whatever. So those are not that hard to miss. And there usually seems to be 2 of the orbs that control these doors, you know what I mean? 2 is usually the lucky number there. This takes us to this thing. Let's see what we can find here. It looks like... Oh, I think we found our last gem fragment. I think that's all of them. I think that is 3 out of 3. This castle does take us to the western perimeter of this place, so we can move our way back into this castle, back into this bunker. Some stairs out there. Okay, cool. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, I believe that is it for the gem fragments. That's exciting. That's exciting. So we've basically got that like bonus objective done. This castle, if you go that way, it keeps on wrapping around. Like if I go that way, it just keeps on wrapping around. I will go back there, but just in a moment. It looks like there was a kind of courtyard out here, which is interesting. Huh. I wonder... That's where we got... Yeah, that's where we got a tome out there. I wonder what this little... Oh, this is the little teleporter. I think I was looking for this. I think this is going to lead us to something funny, actually. It takes us up to the... up to the upper... Oh, right, yeah, okay. Wow, interesting. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. What are you guys doing? Are you just kind of like... Are you good? Well, clearly they saw the fight from up above and they go, yeah, I don't want any part in that fight. I don't blame you guys. I'm gonna put my sword away. I'm gonna act like you guys are chill. Are you chill? Yeah, no, you're chill. You're chill. So we've got some gold, some soul gems, some minor magicka. That's good. Okay. So it's worth... I thought there might be something back there, or maybe I'm thinking of over there. But anyway, we did find... I believe this is the 4th and final lightning attractor. I wonder if it's going to summon these guys. No. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, it did damage to them. Interesting. But it still spawns the usual. It spawns the usual guys, or maybe they were pre-spawned or something. Interesting. I wonder why they were just kind of idle like that. But there we go, black soul gem. Yay! We got a black soul gem. Yay! So that we can send our enemies here. Now that we've been here and we know the Soul Cairn really sucks very badly. If anyone does us wrong, then we can just send them back here whenever we want with our black soul gem. Because I'm pretty sure I know soul trap. Like, it's definitely like don't test me. You know what I mean? Don't get on the Dragonborn's bad side. So yeah, this is easy to miss, but if you come to the back of this area, it looks like, oh, what's this? Like another one of those little things? Ah, it is a teleporter. I wonder if this is going to take us to another level of this particular fortress. Let's find out. And what we end up finding is an interesting sight. You know, we go up to this sort of this high viewpoint, and what we find, other than this ill-timed mist man, what we find is the skeleton of a person who was equipped with, well, it's interesting. They were probably eating the soul husks or something for sustenance. They had a lightning, staff, and they had like plentiful healing, coins, Argonian account, book 1. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't think this book is specific to this spot. Yeah, it's talking about like the Imperial City. No. So, yeah, this is just a funny gold ring, boots. So he really came prepared, a sort of adventurer maybe, who also, like that other guy, went through the portal. And, you know what I mean? Ended up getting stuck here, and what I like to believe is that he was trying to escape. Because he comes to the perimeter of the Soul Cairn and goes, I think this is the perimeter. Maybe I can use some kind of spell or attract the lightning here to kind of like redirect it into a powerful, like use the staff to redirect the lightning almost like a conductor and sort of refocus it as a strong blast toward the perimeter of this place and literally blow a hole through it so that he can try to escape. Either that or he was just trying to basically blow himself up and get himself hit by lightning. I mean, that might be another possibility considering his chain of lightning. Like I don't know, regardless of what his intent was, he turned into a conductor, a lightning conductor, and probably got blown up. Regardless of what he was trying to do, because actually we just picked up, he literally just had, what was it? Aversion to target is weaker to magic. That wouldn't make sense. I don't know why he would use that to try and make himself weaker, unless he was literally trying to blow himself up. It's possible. It's literally possible he was trying to kill himself. Or maybe he was just trying to light this fire to cook up these soul husks. There's a lot of possibilities here. He could have been trying to attract lightning to this particular spot so that he could have a fireplace and kind of have a cozy existence up here, but I digress. There's quite a few theories that it could be. We'll quick save. Anyway, I like finding that little secret. quite a few possibilities that that could have. Anyway, let's go back to Arvak, and we'll continue on our journey. We will continue on our journey. So I've been reading, let me tell you about it, this fun, I know I mentioned it probably, like an hour ago. I've been reading this great book that I'm really enjoying. Things are getting kicked off over here. Yeah, How to Know a Person by David Brooks. Interesting book. It's basically trying to improve your, it's not even just your communication skills, although that is definitely a fortuitous and well, that is an intentional part of the book. I mean, improving the kind of conversations that you have. I'm not gonna die, am I? I gotta take a breather. But it's also just like, I feel like it's just teaching you how to like be more present with people and just have a different perspective. One of the cool perspectives that was in, and this is like a lot of the book, it's going to be intuitive. There's going to be plenty of things that you've already picked up intuitively, just simply by being human and being alive for as many years as you've been alive. So we are on the outskirts, okay. But yeah, you know how like sometimes you just like know something already, but you might read a book that sort of just words it in a way that makes you be like, oh wow, yeah, like that makes more sense. You know what I mean? You kind of like you're able to make even more sense of it if someone kind of sort of frames it in a particular light. This is an interesting maze that we're gonna have to go through. Let's see what this is about. But yeah, like oh yep, it's a maze. A little viewing window there. But yeah, like yeah. Anyway, so like one of the interesting things from the book was like, God, I really can't multitask, can I? I do my best. I really do. I really do my best to multitask. If I see a potion, I go, potion. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, I don't know. I saw potion of water breathing. Ooh. Yeah, one of the things that was said in the book was like, honestly, the attention that you give someone and the attention that you give someone is responsible for the quality of the relationships that you have. And that is not, this shouldn't really be a watershed moment. I did get lost. This is not, I know for a fact that, okay, it's the Bone Man bringing me back to where I already was that confused me. Anyway, yeah, it's like, we all know that's true, right? But it's like, no, it's a nice reminder that like, because sometimes when you're, I don't know about you guys, sometimes I feel like I even if I feel totally comfortable with people, like even if I feel totally comfortable with people, regardless, I feel like I am a little bit different with the people in my life depending on who I'm with. So like, if I'm with my family, I've noticed that like, I don't really try even a little bit to like, I don't know, like be funny or like be amusing or something. I'm very like chill with my family, even though I'm very comfortable with them. And even though I don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm very comfortable, but I'm very chill. Like I'm very, very chill with my family. But if I'm with like a partner, you know what I mean? Like I'm so goofy. I'm just like so goofy, which I love. I love that. It's so fun. But it's not something I'm putting on. Whatever, you know what I mean? And then like there's some people that I'm just like super comfortable with, but maybe I'm just a little bit more like reserved, even if I don't have like even like a little bit of anxiety. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why that is, but anyway, I guess that was kind of a tangent, but yeah, it's like, I guess just fascinating to me. But no, we're gonna get sucked. We're gonna get sucked dry right now. This is so funny, by the way, before I talk more about that, this is like kind of easy to miss, because when this freaking jam is blowing up your eyesight because of all this freaking magic, it's hard to see. But like one of these opus things, like, because you might hit this chest and just dip. If you come around though, and you're looking, you're like, wait, is that? Oh my golly! I actually do think this is the hardest opus volume to find in the Soul Cairn. This is a very sneaky spot. I don't like it. a very sneaky spot. I wish, yeah, I don't know. To the adventurer who's really paying attention, it's probably not that hard to notice. But anyway, we only need one more opus. So if you've noticed, we've been kind of working our way all around this left side. I'll do a double take, like I'll go back, but I can promise that we have I believe we've hit everything on this left side all the way up to the castle now, with the exception of this and something else up there. Like I think there's 2 more landmarks on this left side, but everything else we did that. That was the gem that we weren't able to actually get up to. Let's check out this place and see what this is about. But yeah, what is that? Is that just and we talked about him because we were talking about Vegeta when we saw that soul. See? Yeah, see? And we're going back out to this valley where there wasn't really anything. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we already did this. Ah, guys, there is only one more landmark that we have. Well, there's technically 2, including the Reaper's Lair. But yeah, I guess there's 2 more landmarks that we have not seen yet. Well, we still have the castle and all that stuff. But anyway, but this book is cool. But yeah, so the book talks about being like an illuminator for other people or being a diminisher, and that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's literally just like You know what I mean? Do you make people feel comfortable and feel like they, you know, want to get to know you and vice versa, or do you not? You know what I mean? And hey, and this isn't like a, you know, something that, you know, is how you are with everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's sometimes with some people you don't really know how to like be a great like illuminator in their lives, and then with other people you're probably like a massive source of knowing and comfort and understanding in other people's lives. So anyway, it's very cool. But yeah, he goes into specifics about just like the qualities that people oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Ooh, wow, that's the color theme of this like vagrant robe's really cool. That black and gold is very kind of epic, but also kind of mercenary like. I like the look of that. What did we pick up? We might have. I'm just gonna start dropping whatever I can find, whatever I want. I think it was this. Yeah, whatever. Like I really don't need these things. Is this the last opus? Oh my gosh! I actually almost looked over that. I almost just kept on walking. Okay, so we got all of the. So that means we can read them. Let's all read them together. But yeah, if you're still awake and you're watching this just for fun, I mean, hopefully you are getting sleepy, and hopefully this video is helping you relax. But yeah, like he goes over qualities. I mean, like, you know, generally if you're like not doing a great job of like communicating with someone, you know, that's like judgment, you know, like being judgmental, kind of shutting them down, talking obviously like a lot about yourself. If someone like brings up something and you are immediately saying like, oh yeah, that reminds me of my experience, you know, it kind of like makes someone feel deflated if they like bring up something, because oftentimes when someone brings up something they want to talk about it, right? So like doing what you can to kind of keep them on that topic for, you know, what feels like a good natural amount of time, but at least like some good time. That's a real skill, you know, like that's something that, yeah, oh, there was just nothing up here. Okay, this is a cute little room, I guess. Hey, Sarana. Oh my god, it's just you and me in here. What should we do something in here? No. No. I kid, I joke, I kid. But yeah, like, yeah, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Like if someone like brings up like, yeah, when I was in the 3rd grade, I, you know, tripped on this thing. If you just like immediately are like, dude, that reminds me of like me tripping on this thing. It's like, I understand sometimes we do that when we're socially anxious because we're looking for like a way to connect with them and be like, oh yeah, like I had a similar experience. Like sometimes it's okay to do that, I think, but yeah, it's like if you have a habit of just being like, oh, now I'm gonna tell you about like my thing. It's like, yeah, you know, that's, you know, it can kind of make people feel deflated. There were other things. I think that's what's mostly. What am I doing? That's what's mostly standing out to me right now. But as far as the qualities of like being an illuminator, oh dude, it's great. It's like, you know, generally speaking, it's, you know, that non-judgment. It's being able to, one of the things he calls it, which I really like, is accompaniment. Like being able to accompany people well is a wonderful skill. And in order to do that, you kind of maintain this sort of non-judgmental curiosity of people. And when they tell you things, you know, being able to go along with them and be like, yeah, cool, that's awesome, tell me more. You know, even if someone's like literally crying, it's like, hey, it's okay, like I'm here with you. You know what I mean? Like anything you can do to like make them feel understood, that's great. You're doing a good job of like accompanying them. What were some other cool things as well? Let me think about it. But here, look, so we are out in this field, which is sort of the main field in front of the castle. We've done it. Actually, you know what? We can go back to Jim Boy, and we can go do the Reaper's Lair. That's exciting. You know, we're actually, yeah, we're making some really good progress here. Just to confirm that there wasn't anything else, it's like That was... yeah, that was one of the first things we hit. Yeah, like, dude, we did it. The courtyard is over there where we picked up, I think, Bone Man. This was that funny thing where we had to hit the 2 things to drop the gate. Yeah, like, we've done this left side. Even though it looks way bigger from the outset, it's like we've actually hit all the landmarks on the left side now too. So now what's left is to talk to Jim Boy. I mean, we already, for all intents and purposes, we already did the Morven Stroud quest, although for craps and giggles, we can, like, maybe try to get one more item from him and see if we can get something a little bit higher quality than oak flesh. How about we try that? Then we're gonna hit up Jim Boy, and then what is that? Oh, it's trash. Okay, I'll take, yeah, give me some, this time give me something really good. I actually wonder if it gives you a different spell tome. Let's do a battle axe.
I can't believe I'm trading this for
Oh.
some dried up plants.
Hollowed Elven battle axe. That actually doesn't sound so bad. Oh, that's actually not so bad. It's a pretty easy, like, 1,300 coins. I mean, I, like, don't want the weight on my body right now because I'm really tired in game, but whatever. I mean, yeah, whatever. The point is, you don't ever have to do this soul husk collecting quest if you don't want to. Let's put it that way. It's not gonna give you what you're looking for, anything of interest. But if you want 13, if you want a chance at some hollowed elven equipment, there you go. So I know that Jim Boy was around here somewhere because he's kind of close, I thought, to the Reaper's lair. So that's where the keeper was. I think he should be generally around here. That might be him right there. Yeah, and see, oh yeah, because this is the kind of fireplace to the south of him, which means this has to be Jim Boy. Let's finally read his opus. I've been saving this. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna read his opus and see what he is all about. Let's do a quick save here. I thought I wasn't recording. Why am I freaking out about that? That's so funny. Okay, let's read the opus, shall we? So we've got 10, and they're short. They're very short. This is page 1. I am a hunter. I am a redeemer. I am Jim Boy. The tale of my rise to glory begins in the ash wastes of Morrowind. Ah, so he was Dunmer? I rode alone, weapon at my side and the burning wind stinging my face. My quest was arduous, but necessary to ensure the survival of the Dunmer people. A pestilence was creeping across the ashlands. Ah, this is not bad. A menace with an insatiable hunger that plagued innocent travelers simply trying to get home. I guess it's... what? What is he talking? Is he kind of jumping forward? Or is he sort of referring to a kind of dark entity? It was my self-sworn task to hunt them down, one by one, and drive them from the skies. Oh, so he's talking about, I forgot what they're called already, but it was those chimera creatures he was kind of talking about. Their fury knew no bounds, and their war cry resonated across the land. They were the notorious cliff racers, and they had to be destroyed. On a particularly hot day during sun's height, I was... Did I mess up page 1 or something? No, I didn't. I don't understand it just starts with a menace. Anyway, one day on a hot day, I was tracking what I called a lingerer, a cliff racer without a nest. He was a particularly, why would he be, I guess, like a loiterer? He was a particularly feisty one too, leading me on a merry chase across almost 3 miles of ash dunes. I had managed to take a piece out of one of his wings in an earlier scuffle, so he couldn't maintain much of a climb, but he still had quite a bit of stamina left, and he was trying to make me tire of the chase. Almost 2 solid hours passed, and my silt strider was tiring, but I couldn't give up. Ha ha! I had sworn to eliminate the foul beasts to the last one, and I wasn't about to let it go. If I was going to stop the thing, I'd have to do it fast. I pulled my longbow from my back and knocked my last arrow. I took a deep breath and pulled, trying to keep the cliff racer in my sights. It was literally a long shot with the beast gaining distance. Dude, this guy's killing it. He doesn't write a lot, but what he writes is very good. It's taken him a long time to write this, and he goes sentence by sentence, which as a writer you're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? You're supposed to pretend there's like a goblin inside of you who can't write very well, who just gets it out, and then you revise. That's like what people suggest you do. But to be fair, I'm very much this person who like has to go sentence by sentence because I'm a perfectionist. I gotta kill that part of myself. And the silt strider bouncing me around at full gallop. Finally, with a silent prayer, I released the string. The arrow sang through the air like a howling demon as it sliced its way toward its target. Finally, just as it crested the lip of a foyota, I don't know what that is, but this foyota probably has nothing on the erect mound that you and I discovered today. The arrow struck it in the midsection. It let out a horrible cry and fell out of sight. He took down the lingerer. My cries of triumph were quickly stifled by the sound of over 100 wings. Rising from the foyota was an entire colony of cliff racers, and they were out for blood. The blasted thing had led me right to their nest and sacrificed itself with the intent of feeding me to its brood. It was a trap. The damned things had become much too clever. Knowing this was likely the end, I jumped down from the silt strider and hit the back of its leg with the flat of my glass blade. There was no need for the innocent thing to die here today because of my stupidity. Get out of here. As the ash cloud cleared from being stirred up by its massive legs, the cliff racer brood approached. I held my sword high and prepared for the worst. The battle lasted 2 full days. I was beaten, clawed, bitten, and knocked down more times than I cared to. Take a breath. Remember, in the end, 76 cliff racers were slaughtered. Wow. But there's still 24 left-ish. I was knee-deep in their corpses and my body on the verge of collapse. But I had survived. I smiled to the heavens and all went black. When I awoke, all I felt was my back on a cold stone floor. Every muscle in my body was on fire, and my vision was blurred. Slowly, I tried to climb to my feet. It took several agonizing minutes, but I finally managed to do it. As my eyes adjusted to the dim light of my new surroundings, I realized that I was standing before Lord Vivek himself. He was simply staring at me, floating above his throne and staring at me with his piercing eyes. When I began to prostrate myself as a sign of respect, he held up one of his hands as if to say it wasn't necessary. Was I dead? Was Lord Vivek pleased with me? Was he... This is the end. About to strike me down in anger for my somewhat sordid past. Suddenly I understood everything. Suddenly I realized that I was brought here for a reason. I should have died in those ash wastes, but Lord Vivek must have seen something inside me that he hadn't seen in millennia and decided to spare me from my fate. Thus began my ascent to sainthood. Thus began the rise of Jimboy. Wow. Bro. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. He's gonna let us keep these. So here's what we're gonna do. We tell him, we go back to Skyrim and we tell everybody. We go back to Skyrim, tell everybody about these, these opuses, but they're ours. This is we claim that this is our book. So because this is gold. This is gonna catch on in Skyrim. I mean, God, they don't. There's not that many books in Skyrim. You know what I mean? There's only like a 1 in like 70 chance that this book could blow up, or become like the most popular book in Skyrim. So anyway, this is good stuff. We go back there. We tell everybody we wrote it, and then we come back here and we literally have a ghostwriter. We literally have a ghostwriter. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. This quest is like literally just a manifestation of like a ghostwriter. And anyway, pretty funny pun there, but yeah, dude, this is killer. So we have a ghostwriter who will work for free, right? He just cares about his ego. He'll just keep, Serana, please. He'll just keep on writing this stuff for us, and we can keep telling everybody we did it. We can live super, and it's not like anybody's gonna find this out, because anybody who comes here and finds Jim Boy and finds out our horrible secret, well, they're dead. They're never gonna be able to go back to Skyrim. Oh my God. We can make money. Dude, we can make serious money. But we can't tell him our plan.
Finally. I never thought I'd see these again.
We can make money.
These pages meant the world to me. Thank you.
Of course. So now what?
Now volume 2 begins.
Okay.
Oh, wait a moment. Here, I want you to have.
He's not gonna.
these
Oh,
before
he's
you
not
go.
gonna take it back, is he?
A pristine copy of my first novel.
Perfect.
Only one in print, actually.
Okay, so we gotta get them printed back in Skyrim.
This
Okay.
as well. Seeing as Saint Jib has ascended to pure spiritual form, I won't need it any longer.
Maybe we can go to Riverwood, to the lumber guy in Riverwood, and be like, we need books printed. Okay, you got the lumber. Just find a way to turn it into paper. This is good, man. All right, so we did that. We did that side quest. There we go. That's funny. That's a great quest. That's fun. I actually really enjoyed that. And just as proof, yeah, we don't have that like in our list anymore. And now we have earned another interesting encounter. We have an interesting fight on our hands. We'll come back to the Reaper's Lair here. Ah, what's going on here? I wonder if we can do something with these gem fragments. Let's see. Oh boy. This place sure is dark. Let's see what I can see if I... I'll quick save. What? Is there lightning getting inside the building? Okay, that's fine. Ah, interesting. So this place is like a mausoleum of sorts. Lots and lots and lots of dead have been here before. I can actually hear like a bone man or something twitching. All right, let's do it. That's so cool. And that's just like a form of light, but it's like caged away. So we know it's not like a teleporter. All right, ready? Let's do this thing. So you activate the receptacle, you add the gem, you add the 3 gem shards, it turns into a whole gem. And we've now summoned the Reaper. And you know what's funny? The Reaper, if you noticed, the Reaper will literally puke as a form of attack. I've read that that's apparently a reference to, I don't know, like an old enemy in another game that to some degree was, inspired Skyrim and Skyrim-like games. I'm gonna die though. Yeah, the only thing is I don't know what game that is. But I think I forget where I read it. I wonder if it was the Skyrim, one of the Skyrim wikis or something. But if I can't, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think this particular boss who just vomits at you is a reference to something. He's tricky though, because he does ranged attacks and melee attacks. So what I'm gonna try to do here is summon a guy. Actually I wish I didn't. I wish I did Mistman. Because the Mistman, Yeah, they do quite a bit more. I think they can take more damage. Dude, this guy's funny. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's the Reaper. That's cool. He's just like, he just vomits at you when you get out of range. So he's interesting because you kind of, if you don't want to get hurt, you have to constantly find that balance of like not getting too close to him, but also not getting far enough away that he starts to vomit. Because that'll definitely do some damage as well. What is interesting though is I don't think you can actually get, like, I don't think you pick up anything in here. That's the funny thing. The Soul Cairn has a funny way of rewarding you, air quotes, whenever you do like a quest or something, because you end up getting like a really lame reward. Actually, that just reminded me, I think the only genuinely good reward you get here is from the Gem Boy quest, the Locket of St. Jim, carrying, I mean, it's got a high value. Carrying capacity increased by 50, but it also increases your stamina by 50, which, like, this is the perfect place to get a stamina increase. So we'll actually put that on right now. And now we can run just a little bit more. But yeah, with the exception of Locket of St. Jim, the other, like you can't even, was this him? Oh, I guess you can. My bad. You can get black soul gems from him. Okay, cool. So that is your reward. You get 3 black soul gems. That's okay. That's okay. Nothing like crazy, but let's actually see how many we've collected. We've collected, so 10 in total. 7 of the regular black soul gems, but then 3 of the grand ones. So yeah, this, like, coming to the Soul Cairn, at least the once, definitely a good way to get some soul gems. That's for sure. Yeah, fun. Definitely a fun little ride. And now, with that done, I think we can finally make our way to Valerica. We have completed all of the points of interest, let's call them, that you can complete in the Soul Cairn, with the exception of all the stuff that you do at the castle. Yeah. We did 4 of the lightning attractors. Oh god, I'm stuck right now. We did 4 of the lightning attractors. We got 3 of the Reaper gem fragments. We defeated the Reaper. We did the Morven Stroud side quest, the St. Jim side quest, the Arvac side quest. I'm trying to think. We killed all the keepers for Valerica. We found 3 out of 3 of the spell tomes for Bone Man, Mist Man, and Wrath Man. Yeah, I think that's it, dude. I'm pretty sure we did it. So now we can finish everything up at the castle. Valerica's gonna be like, dude, I saw you guys out there. It took you a long time to get here. What the heck were you guys up to?
Mother.
So now, if you're not familiarized with the lore, I won't talk through this. I'll make sure that we can get updated on the lore here.
Where's your father? He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
We came here during the Dawnguard DLC, and Valerica, the mom of Serana, was responsible for putting Serana in that tomb where we originally found Serana. So now we need to figure out, you know, what's going on there.
No, you don't.
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Hello.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter?
Dude, it's crazy times, crazy days.
Travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
But we're here in the first place because we're here. Valerica has one of the 3 Elder Scrolls that we need to get powerful enough to defeat Lord Harkon.
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's
You
why I'm
think
here
I'd
for the
have
scroll.
the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of
Serana had
Volkihar's
a
daughter will blind
Elder
the eye
Scroll.
of the
Her
dragon.
mom has an Elder Scroll, and then the third one we have to do that crazy thing where we go into like the Glade,
Like myself, Serana was a human once.
right?
We were
And, like,
devout
go back in
followers of
time or
Lord
something.
Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal
Something
on
like
his
that.
summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do, we call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her
Yeah, like
as
her
possible.
dad is gonna sacrifice Serana the first opportunity that he gets.
If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him? If you believe that, then
That's
you're a bigger
interesting.
fool than I originally
Because we can
suspected.
actually block
Don't
out
you
the sun
think
with
I weighed
Oriel's
that
bow when you
option
eventually
before I
get it
enacted my
with the
plans?
right arrows. But I'm curious, like, if it becomes even stronger if specifically the blood of Serana or a Daughter of Cold Harbor is infused or put onto the bow. Like, I'm trying to wonder if it actually has a different effect than if you simply use the blood, like, infused arrows or whatever they are. You use, like, a specific arrow that you can shoot at the sun and it blocks it out. But I'm wondering if that is the exact same thing that Harkon was trying to do, or if his version of Oriel's bow, if he's able to complete his version, like his prophecy, can make it even stronger than that. Like the sun doesn't get blocked for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. It ends up getting blocked for like eternity. That's kind of interesting, and that's something that I'm curious about.
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
No, I mean, no.
Serana, this stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action.
Oh.
You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different,
Serana, you're
but
not
in the end,
doing a great job of making your mother feel understood.
I want us to be a family again.
Your language is coming off a little offensive right now. Let's dial it down, okay? You're gonna force your mom into a defensive position, okay?
To stop him before he goes too
I've been reading about it.
And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
No, this
I'm
has
sorry,
actually
Serana.
gone relatively well considering
I've allowed
what's
my
gone on
hatred of
here.
your father to estrange us.
Considering like she's been rotting in a tomb for like 1,000 years or
If you
whatever.
want the Elder
She's
Scroll,
actually not as angry as I thought she would be.
your intention, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Well, do you have the Elder Scroll with you? That is a good
I've kept it
assistance.
safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, you seem to have already killed the keepers maintaining the barrier around these ruins.
Yes, we did. That's a little voice dialogue thing that we've unlocked by already killing the keepers. Normally at that point she would go, well, okay, I can help you, but first you need to draw down the defenses of the castle. Oh, cool. That's why when we came up to this castle, we were able to just walk right up to Valerica, because the keepers were already dead. Normally, you talk to Valerica through one of those, like, glowy perimeter, you know, enforcement walls. But, as you can see, there's none here right now because of the keepers, yeah. That's cool, I just made that connection.
Yes.
She's like, yeah, we're ready.
Follow me.
Okay, so we've
more
got
word.
basically Durnavir
There's a
left,
dragon that calls
which is
itself
definitely
Durnavir
ending
over
things on a high note,
The
but
Ideal
yeah.
Masters have
That's
charged him
crazy,
to
dude, that's
oversee
crazy.
the keepers, and will undoubtedly
When I was a kid, I was like,
investigate
dude,
the
there's
fact
just
that
so
the
much in the Soul Cairn. I'll never be able to, like, see it all. We just did.
You know,
We just did. Believe it or not. Even if this place is really deceptive looking, I have shown you all of the points of interest in the Soul Cairn. With the exception of what we're about to see. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, my man. So, guys, I have been kind of struggling with the keepers and staying alive with them. You know, Valerica, if by any chance there happens to be a big dragon fight coming up, you know, like, if you could go like Super Saiyan for us, that'd be lovely, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I am gonna say. Are we sure that we can't summon a Wrathman? Damn it. Okay. A part of me, I gaslit myself just now. A part of me was like, maybe we couldn't summon the Wrathman a while ago because we didn't have a full Magicka bar. But we do. I'm just weak like that. But we can at least get we can at least get a Mist Mana out. Let me just I think I'm gonna hit Durnavir with some crossbows. Just to start? You know what I mean? Just to start here. Brother. Get your butt back here, brother. I know we can definitely do more damage. Oh, this is pretty epic, but not epic enough to wake you up, right? Yeah, I'll keep this part quiet. But I love you guys. Thanks for if you're watching the video and you've been using this to sleep, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a minute. I'm 100% getting back to the swing of things now. Like I'm gonna film another video for us to get nice and cozy to and sleep to in probably like 3 days. So yeah, my goal is to do 2 of these every single week. But and I'm definitely gonna hit that goal. So expect more. Expect more. This fight is going shockingly better than I thought it would. This fight is almost easier than our third keeper. To be fair, it's way more fun and easier with a Valerica on our side. I never really use the crossbow, but it goes really well in this DLC. We did hit him just there. Durnavir, get the hell down here. If I'm being honest, I don't have the spell yet where you can ground dragons. So like, Durnavir, get the hell down here. Stop being a little Nancy. Get down here, boy. Stop being a little Nancy boy. I can't believe you made me heal. No dragon has ever made me heal. I'm the dragon. Oh, get back here. I think with this fight, you can only do a certain amount of damage to him before he takes flight. But until he's at like a particular health amount. You know what I mean? And then I think actually right now we might be able to just kill him. Sorry, buddy. Bye, buddy. Okay, so Dernavir's gone. And it sounded like he just had some minions there coming up, but they immediately died when Dernavir's life force ended. Although, I mean, his life force actually isn't gone. It's really just sort of, it's like Valerica explained, it just sort of gets repurposed. Like he could literally return at any second right now. But he's not.
My astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death. Volumes written on Durnavir allege that he can't be slain by normal.
Yeah, I mean, I just shot him with a crossbow. It's like about as normal as it gets, to be honest.
Soul of a dragon is as it's possible that your killing blow.
Yeah. Oh, so this is what she was talking about. Yeah, like he just gets reconstituted, and he comes right back.
Minutes, hours, years.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around.
Yeah, just get me that scroll and let's get out of here.
And you can be on your way.
Okay, thank you. And I have spent time before running up like there before, and there's literally nothing up there. I mean, I'll go up one of them to show you, but it's literally just like a little walkways that you can use if you want to fight Durnavir with a different vantage point. I'll show you one of them, but yeah, like there's nothing that you miss around this courtyard, in other words. Wow, she's got a lot of books here. That's cool.
What did you want?
So that's it. We got the Blood Elder Scroll. That's cool. She had some soul husks here.
The Elder Scroll, you should be on
This is how she's been surviving all this time. Get a bunch of potions. She got some cool books to read.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.
Yeah. I'll put my sword away just to come off as friendlier.
The Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.
I will. Yeah, are you just staying here for now?
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter.
So she's also a liability.
If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the
Sounds like he could use Serana's blood or Valerica's blood, but he was kind of banking on Serana because we literally delivered her to his front door, to his front steps of his castle. Crazy. Our bad. Which is funny too, because the way the Dawnguard storyline goes, we end up basically completing the prophecy for Harkon. It's so funny. It's like we basically have to kill him when we eventually confront him, or else he's like definitely just gonna kill us and then pick up where we left off and have everything that he needs. It's actually like crazy, because Serana's literally there when we kill him. Oh my god, like we're literally so confident. We literally did everything for Harkon by the end of this DLC. It definitely leads up to that all or nothing moment, which is good storytelling. But anyway, I digress. Sorry, I was blabbing. My bad. She's like, Graenolf, shut up.
That increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun.
I trust her take on this. How about okay? Sounds good. We'll return for you when we can.
Your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe.
I will.
She's the only thing of value I have left.
I promise. You hear that, Serana? You're stuck with me. And I'm to keep you safe. So yeah, if you run up here, yeah, it's like, see, they're basically just walkways where you could like shoot Durnavir from, but there's nothing to like find or loot or anything like that. Although, wow, the architecture of this place is honestly dope. It's like super, super cool. Yeah, I love this sort of, these twisting stones floating in this vortex. Like, ooh, that's very cool. Yeah, unfortunately none of these are teleporters. None of them are teleporters. It's just corridor stuff. Alright, we can leave. We can do it. We have gotten what we needed from the Soul Cairn. And I hope this video has helped you get sleepy and relaxed and primed for sleep, my friends. Primed for sleep. We have one last thing that we have to do, which is Durnavir, you've already reconstituted.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
Please. I thought you were dead just 5 minutes ago.
Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
Parthenax and Durnavir are goated dragons in this game. Absolutely goated. They have a lot of aura. Didn't you just try to kill me?
Hostility was necessary. I was bound to an oath.
Yeah, I read the book. Good point. Good book. Good book. Why are we speaking?
Civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words.
Thank you.
My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words
Very cool.
do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from
I think
the
Jim Boy will
result
be
of
jealous of our
battle.
title.
Quinarin.
Jim Boy's the
I merely
Eradicator.
wish to
We're the Vanquisher.
respectfully ask a favor of you.
A lot of good novel material out here in the Soul Cairn. I do say so myself. What kind of a favor do you want? It's really the same kind of service that we're going to be giving Arvak, which is basically just getting him out of this prison.
I roamed the skies
Yeah.
above Tamriel. I desire.
Yeah, he's trapped here. He wants to get outside, dude.
I fear that my time here
100%.
has
If we can
taken
keep
its
him as like a
toll
permanent
upon me.
companion who's just like always out,
Share a bond with this
that would be
dreaded
amazing.
place.
I wonder if there's a mod for that.
I ventured far from the
Like he's
Soul
just like
Cairn,
always flying
my
above you
strength
wherever
would
you go in
begin to
Skyrim.
wane Until I was no more. I will place my
Yeah.
name with you and grant you the right to call
Yeah, I love
my
it.
name
I love it.
from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen. Your
Graze
ally,
Mazen. I
and
like that
teach you
sound.
my Thum.
Graze Mazen. Okay. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Just call your name in Tamriel, that's it.
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal.
Yeah.
I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
Yeah, I wish we could do. I think it's a 1 a day spell. You know what I mean? And I wish you could do it like friggin' 60 times a day. Although that would definitely be OP. So what is Quinarin?
The Quinarin is the Vanquisher, the one who has bested a fellow.
Okay, so now when you go back to Tamriel, yeah, you can summon Durnavir once a day, and he's freaking strong. He's freaking strong. I mean, he's a dragon. Duh.
Forgive me. My instinct was to grant you this title. I am uncertain why. Perhaps one day it will be
Because we're the Dragonborn. I wonder if that dialogue is still there when you learn more about your like power as a Dragonborn. I don't know. I don't know how far this particular character has gotten. I kind of created this character specifically for like the Dawnguard storyline. So, I don't know. That's interesting. Sounds good, brother. Let me give you a little kiss. Mwah. Love you, sister. Have a good day. All right, dude. No joke. That's literally everything that you can do in the. That is literally everything that you can do in the Soul Cairn. We got Durnavir. Got the Elder Scroll. This place is pretty epic. And now, because we're high up, we can literally see where we came from. So I'll do a short little jaunt over there on my horse and go back to where we came from. But yeah, at this point, you're able to go knowing that you saw everything that you needed to see. And all the sort of parts that we didn't, technically ride over, it was just more of this, like, landscape where there's, like, nothing of, like, actual interest. So yeah, we did all the interesting stuff. Isn't that cool? I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for being here. I get such sweet comments from you guys, and I just want you to know that it means a lot to me when you're here with me enjoying these videos. I hope these videos can give you some solace, can give you some calm in your storm, because all of us have our own storm that we're dealing with. And if these videos can give you some calm, that makes me a lot happy. Then it makes me a lot it makes me a lot happy. No, it makes it all worth it. You know what I mean? I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Your company is always cherished here. It really is. And I hope I've been an okay tour guide. I'm actually thinking maybe I should start a hotel here. Yeah, in all these ruins, they could be turned into something. Maybe I just need to figure out how to get rid of those crystals that literally slowly kill you. Yeah, maybe we should get rid of those before building the hotel. Okay. Alright, let's do that first. Goofy. But yeah, that's everything. Hope you've enjoyed, and you know what? It's 12:12 a.m. my time, so I'm actually going to do the same thing now. I'm going to get some well-needed shut-eye. So anyway, if you need more videos like this is, I think, the 10th or 11th video I've filmed of the Sleep series, but I've got Sleep videos now for Oblivion, more for Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption 2, like Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, quite a few of them. So if you need more, check out my other content, and definitely expect more very soon. And if you're not already subscribed, please do that. And yeah, with all that said, sweet dreams. See you soon.